Now on CBS 12 News this morning, the jury preparing to begin deliberations in the sentencing trial for the convicted Parkland school shooter. We are live from the courthouse this morning with what we can expect as his fate now lies in the jury's hands.
Plus, a lawsuit filed against the driver accused of killing two Royal Palm Beach high school students at a bus stop. What the mother of one of the teens killed is seeking in that lawsuit.
And FEMA assistance is now open for more people in our area affected by Hurricane Ian. We'll tell you who is newly eligible and how to apply for help.
It's a new day. This is CBS 12 News This Morning.
Good morning and thanks for starting your Wednesday with us. I'm Danielle DeRoss.
And I'm Stephanie Valderrama. Matt and Sam have the day off. We are halfway through the week now.
Feels good.
Almost there. Let's go over to meteorologist Lauren Oleski. Lauren.
Good morning, guys. Good morning, everyone. Skies dry. We got a couple clouds out over the airport. Some showers are starting to work their way across parts of the area as well. We've got two different wind directions going on this morning. Light rain coming across Okeechobee County. That's nearly a little drizzle. And then there's some slightly heavier downpours coming onshore right now in northern Broward, right near Deerfield Beach, and then into Boca. The rest of us are waking up dry, although it is very muggy this morning. Skies are going to remain partly cloudy as we move through the next few hours. Here's 2:30 later today. We're seeing more of those showers moving inland, likely a few heavy downpours also. Between now, tomorrow, and early Friday, as that moisture lingers for the end of the week, we could see anywhere from about a half an inch to an inch of rain. Then we do get a little drier heading into the weekend. The humidity levels are going to be dropping for us as well. Quick look at your hour by hour. Again, partly cloudy, more passing clouds later today. We're near 85 degrees by 11 o'clock. Danielle and Stephanie.
All right, let's take a look at your on-time traffic. This is Vero Beach to Stewart. All green means no issues or delays.
Well, in just hours, the jury in the Parkland school shooter's sentencing trial will start deliberations. They will likely recommend to a judge whether Nikolas Cruz should be sentenced to death or life in prison, weighing aggravating factors presented by prosecutors against the defense's mitigating circumstances. Now, it's been years coming for the families of 14 students and 3 staff members who are hoping for justice as the trial does come to an end. CBS 12's Kara Duffy joins us live from outside of the Broward County Courthouse. She's been following every step of this case. And Kara, what can we expect this morning?
Well, Stephanie, jurors were told to bring their suitcases and bags with them today as they will be sequestered at a hotel for as long as it takes until a decision is reached. After several months of this trial and grueling testimony, the fate of Nikolas Cruz now lies in their hands. During closing arguments that we heard yesterday, both sides got their final chance to prove their case. Prosecutors said that Cruz should be put to death for what they called a premeditated, cruel, and heinous attack. Defense lawyers, on the other hand, argue that Cruz is a broken and abused person, starting with fetal alcohol syndrome due to his mother's addiction during his pregnancy. They're asking the jury to show mercy.
If we recognize what he really is, that damaged, brain damaged, broken, mentally ill person, it becomes a human issue. And every human life has value.
Keep in mind, Cruz has already pleaded guilty to 17 counts of murder and 17 counts of attempted murder for his attack at Stoneman Douglas back on Valentine's Day 2018. So this jury does not need to determine his guilt, rather just recommending a sentence. Their decision must be unanimous. The defense has to convince at least one juror against the death penalty. And if that is the case, then he would be sentenced to life in prison. Ultimately, though, it will be up to the judge to make that final decision.
Well, this morning we are hearing from Fred Guttenberg, the father of 14-year-old Jamie, who was a freshman at the time on the 1200 building's 3rd floor, running to the stairwell when Cruz shot her. Guttenberg tweeted, quote, "This trial has been harder on us than you can imagine, and we are ready to have this in our rear view." We are also hearing from Andrew Weinstein, a Parkland attorney who advocates for gun safety reform with victims and activists. He tweeted, quote, "My thoughts are with my friends in Parkland who've experienced unspeakable tragedy and insufferable, immeasurable loss." He also went on to say, "May this process lead to justice and bring them all a measure of peace."
CBS 12 News is following every step of this trial, and we will have the latest on the jury's decision as soon as it's reached. You can be one of the first to know by downloading the CBS 12 News app on your phone for an instant push notification on all of the developments inside the courthouse.
A scary situation for parents from West Palm Beach to Miami after schools were placed on lockdown following a series of threats made against them. Now, police responded to Cardinal Newman High School in Boca Community High after swatting calls claimed armed suspects were on campus. Swatting involves making false 911 calls to provoke a large law enforcement response. The executive director of the National Association of School Resource Officers says that swatting is the latest tactic when it comes to making threats against schools, and every complaint needs to be taken seriously.
We can't respond to something like that with the thought in our head. We can't allow it to come into our head that I'm just responding to another fake call. Just as soon as we do that, it's going to wind up being a real situation.
So we know some parents got a text from the schools about the lockdown, but those threats were ultimately cleared.
This morning, we are learning that the mother of a Royal Palm Beach teenager killed at a school bus stop crash back in March is now filing a lawsuit against the driver responsible. She filed a wrongful death lawsuit against Angel Lopez. He's accused of killing 2 high school students and hurting 2 others who were waiting at a school bus stop. Police say that Lopez drifted his car, jumping the curb of the sidewalk where the teens were standing. Investigators say that Lopez was on prescription sleep medication at the time of the crash and that he had taken 4 times the prescribed amount. He was driving at least 50 miles an hour and never pressed the brakes. Lopez bonded out of jail last month and was placed on house arrest.
Well, this morning, efforts continue on the southwest coast to rebuild in the aftermath of Hurricane Ian. Officials now say just 6,000 customers are still without power in the state. That is down from 2.7 million immediately following the storm. Hard-hit Lee County schools are expected to reopen next Monday. Sarasota and DeSoto counties will reopen more schools that day as well. Meanwhile, schools in Charlotte County will reopen on Tuesday.
And you're looking now at video of convoys of trucks and emergency vehicles traveling over a new temporary causeway to Sanibel Island for the first time since the hurricane. The governor says that crews worked around the clock to make repairs and reopen this temporary causeway ahead of schedule. The causeway is expected to reopen to the general public by the end of the month.
Well, this morning, Palm Beach County residents that were impacted by Hurricane Ian are eligible for individual assistance from FEMA. You can now apply for money to help pay housing expenses and home repairs that might not be covered by your insurance, as well as any damages to your car and your belongings. Danielle has the website pulled up to show you what you need to do to get the assistance. Danielle, walk us through this process.
Well, Stephanie, it should be pretty simple. We have the website right here. It's disasterassistance.gov. And here in this search bar, you enter your city, state, or zip code to see if your area has been declared for individual assistance. Right now, we've entered Okeechobee County because that is one of the latest that has been approved. You will click apply and eventually land on the next page. That is where you will register for disaster assistance. You have to fill out some information like your name, social security, and more. And you'll list out the damages and the losses in the following pages. Of course, if you want to skip that online application, you could talk to a representative on the phone by calling the number that you see on the screen right now. That's 800-621-3362.
Palm Beach County residents are also eligible for FEMA assistance following an EF2 tornado that ripped through the Kings Point Senior Community Center in Delray Beach. Now, residents there are applying for assistance after the tornado destroyed nearly 60 homes and damaged several cars. We spoke to Richard Martin, a retired teacher and salesman. He learned he had no wind insurance to cover his losses, and he does hope to get help from FEMA to replace what he lost. He tells us the tornado happened so fast, he actually had no time to be scared.
I don't know if I was knocked out or not. I just remember getting up, I guess you might say instinctively, just getting out of there, literally with the clothes on my back, didn't even have shoes on my feet.
Right now, he is living at another unit at that condo until his is rebuilt. Martin says he's filled out the application and is just waiting to find out how much money he will be given.
Well, this morning we are learning that the state-backed Citizens Property Insurance is feeling the pressure from more claims and customers after Hurricane Ian. New numbers show that Citizens now has nearly 1.1 million policyholders. The insurer added nearly 10,000 policies just in 1 week. They estimate it would have up to $2.6 billion in losses from this latest storm.
So Danielle, is there any concern that Citizens won't be able to pay all of those claims?
It's a legitimate question and a legitimate concern this morning because they have so many people that they're responsible for now. Citizens says that they should be fine, that they have enough. But let's say that they don't. Here's what they would do. They would then have the option of assessing on their customers about 45% of the premiums that they're already paying. And if that doesn't drum up enough funds, listen up, every single homeowner in the state could be on the hook to chip in. They could be charged up to 2% of their premium through their private carrier.
So I guess it's just a game of waiting and seeing what happens.
Absolutely. And we, of course, don't want to see another storm on the way because that would mean potentially even more claims on top of what's already a really big issue in Southwest Florida.
Thank you so much, Danielle. Well, still ahead on the CBS 12 News this morning, addressing how race is taught in our schools. Parents in Palm Beach County voicing their concerns about how the laws will change education.
And a spike in utility bills for residents of one Palm Beach County city. Why people are worried this will only make it tougher to make ends meet as inflation continues to increase.
And we are just 12 days away from CBS 12 News hosting the only planned debate in the race for governor at Sunrise Theater in Fort Pierce. Make sure to watch the debate moderated by our Liz Girantes October 24th right here on CBS 12 News at 7 p.m.